2 tickets, please.
All right. Welcome to Two Tickets Podcast. My name is Brennan Risley, and this is my co-host, Tyler. Tyler, you can say hello
Hello.
or smile. All right, this is our first episode. It's our pilot episode. We're just gonna talk movies. As you can tell by the name, Two Tickets Podcast. Um, we're not professionals. We're not movie critics. We're just casual, slightly above casual moviegoers. And we're just here to give our takes on movies, rank them, and just have some fun, chop it up about movies.
Two autistic buddies watching movies.
Yeah. Yeah. So on this one, we're gonna talk recent stuff. We're gonna start off with The Invite, which just came out last week. We're gonna get into the passing of Sam Neill, a legend, and because of that, we're gonna get into ranking the Jurassic movies, so including Jurassic Park, which was obviously his big film, and then also the Jurassic World movies. After that, we'll get into what we've been watching, movies, shows, all that. We're going to do a little pre-rate. It's a segment we're going to do with upcoming movies. We're going to rate them where we think they're going to be before we watch them. So this week we have Odyssey, which comes out at the end of this week, and then Spider-Man, which comes out July 31st. And then at the end, we have a little framed game. We have a couple frames. We send each other. We'll take a look and see who can get it in the least amount of frames. We'll conclude with that. So to start, let's get into it. We have The Invite, which I just saw last night. And Tyler, you saw Saturday and then again last night?
Yep. Yeah, I did a little refresher since we were talking, so gonna talk about it anyway.
So we got The Invite, directed by Olivia Wilde, starring Olivia Wilde, Penelope Cruz, Seth Rogen, and Edward Norton. It is a movie about a dinner party that spirals into an unexpected place when a couple invites their enigmatic neighbors over. Have they reignited the spark in their troubled marriage or lit the match that burns it all down? It's a little synopsis of the movie.
Before you get into it, shout out you for that word pronunciation. I wasn't
Thank
expecting
you,
that
dude.
there.
I'm going to be honest. I looked it up, didn't read it
Smart.
beforehand, saw it, and panicked and
Yeah,
just threw it out there.
that was smooth. Shout out you.
Um, Yeah, we're not professionals here. This is the first episode. We'll see. I'm gonna slip up a ton. Words are
Yeah, I
hard
mean, hell of
sometimes.
a bad word for episode 1.
Yeah, we're starting off hot. We're 3 minutes and 30 seconds in. I already throw out enigmatic. All right. Invite. Do you want to start off with our rating and then get into the movie, or do you want to get into it and then?
Yeah, why don't you give your rating and then your overview of it, and I'll give my rating and my overview of it.
All right. So I'll start. I'll give a synopsis of what my viewing experience was like because we had two different viewing experiences. So you went Saturday, which was the day after the release on Friday. You're
I
a
even had
Regal guy.
I had two super different viewings, even from Saturday to yesterday.
Did
Like,
you?
polar opposites, yeah.
Yeah, so you went Saturday at Regal, and I'm an AMC guy, so I'm an A-lister, and you have the Regal, what is it, the Crown membership or whatever the
Yeah, it
subscription
must
is?
be like the unlimited. I don't even know.
Unlimited, yeah.
Yeah.
So I went last night with my buddy Seamus. We both have the AMC A-list. We get to see 4 movies a week for whatever the subscription is. 4:30 on a Monday, definitely not an ideal movie time to go if you want a packed theater. I went on the book online, and there was 2 other seats sold besides the 2 that we got. We get in there. We had to double check to make sure we were in the right auditorium to begin with. No one was in there. We got there. It was 4:30 showing. We got into the theater at probably like 4:35. Nobody in there. We're sitting there watching trailers. I'm like trying to peek ahead to see if anyone's sitting in seats. Nobody. Credits start to roll. The movie starts. Another lady comes in and just sits at the end of the row in front of us, and that's it. So there's just 3 of us in this theater, and it's only happened to me once before. I think when Anchorman 2 came out, I was still in high school. Funny enough, I was with Seamus. There was 5 of us.
Wait, did you have to
Only
sneak in, or were you able to get in? Were you 18 at the time, or did you just sneak in?
we just went in. That's a good question.
Yeah, I wonder if it,
I
because
definitely.
sneaking into a
I mean,
movie that was a
we bought tickets.
okay.
I didn't even think about that. The 18 with Anchorman 2.
Yeah, sneaking into a movie was all time rush.
Yeah, no, definitely didn't do that.
Okay, so I can make
Um,
it.
yeah, we were the only ones in the theater. So this is the second time this has ever happened to me. And then of course this lady comes in. So there's three of us in a full auditorium, nobody else, to watch a comedy movie. So before I get into the movie, the whole time me and Seamus are just cackling, laughing at the scenes. This lady didn't make a peep the whole time.
Yeah.
Super awkward. And then halfway through the movie, I hear like the chairs are like super squeaky when you recline them.
Mm-hmm.
And we're the last row, so we were in E, prime time, middle. Behind us is the handicap seating, so it's like one big gap, one. I turn around, some dude just walked in, sat down, and just halfway through the movie.
I wonder if it was someone who's already seen it and was like, okay, I know it gets good here because
It
it kind of does.
honestly could have been a worker that just like popped in, was like, I'm just gonna relax and
Okay.
watch some of the movie. Because
He's
I
like on
turned
his swim
around,
team.
he wasn't there at the end of the movie, so he
Really?
left at some point throughout the movie.
Okay.
Um, so that being said, wasn't a packed theater, which usually for comedies, when you get the haha moments, it's a good time. It makes it a little more enjoyable. That being said, still very much enjoyed this movie. I have it at an 87 out of 100, so I gave it a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Um, I think it kind of hit all the boxes, like without getting into the spoilers just yet. Like the end of the movie, like you had the super serious scenes. You felt that all the laughs hit. Seth Rogen was phenomenal. Also, his laugh, you can't not laugh when he laughs. It's
The
so
fact that
good
and the movie opens with that while the
with
credits
his
are
dude.
rolling, he's
Yes,
laughing. Yeah, they get right
I
out of
leaned
the
over to Seamus. We were just giggling to each
yeah.
other. It's like it's so good. It
I
starts
kind of
off
went
so hot too.
yeah, I kind of went up and down on just the laugh in general. Like when I was younger, I was like, that laugh's so funny, and
Uh
then I
huh.
kind of dipped down, like this is so like it's got to be fake. And now I don't know if he's leaning into it more, but I'm just the laugh gets me every time.
Yeah, it really depends on the movie. Like I get what you're saying. Like I feel like I guess what like this is the end. Like his laugh, it's like, is this real or is it just for the
Right.
movie? But then the
Yeah.
more you watch his movies, you're like, this is just his laugh, and it's
Mhm.
awesome. It's so funny, and it fits him so well. But I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I thought it was shot well. I think it looked great. Obviously, there's not much to it. It's in an apartment, right? There's not a lot of settings. I mean, you have the early movie where he's going through. I'm assuming what the San Francisco, based on the hills.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think they
What
said
I assumed
San
it
Francisco like
was.
once in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So
Which
outside
was
of
a
that
cool scene,
opening
even
scene,
like him riding that
very
bike
cool
and
scene.
his head popping up, like that was
Yeah.
that was nice.
So outside of that, it's pretty much just in the apartment. I think it's shot really well and it's written well. Like the laughs were good. This is the first comedy movie I think I've really seen in the theaters in like a couple years.
Mhm.
Because typically I'll just go see like the bigger movies, like the Marvels, like ones that the big screen just does it justice. Those were the ones I typically would go see. So this being the first like real comedy I've seen in a couple years in theaters, it really hit and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm at an 87 out of 100.
Okay. That's actually like insane because I also have 87.
Do you?
That's great. Like it's literally 87. Like that was the
That's
first thing I wrote.
hilarious.
That's insane. I was going back and forth. It's funny. So theater experience. I went Saturday. The smallest theater I've ever been in. We tried a new one. I think we counted had 43 seats in it, and I went with 5 people. So like and it was also probably halfway filled. So it was a pretty good, energy for a comedy. But going with friends, you're obviously gonna laugh more, right? It was funny.
Yeah.
We got out of the movie all time high. I think in my head I had it at like a 92, 93. But then I went by myself, sat all the way in the back corner, tucked away. Didn't want anyone to know I was alone. I get in there, I'm sitting, I'm waiting for the movie to start. I look to my left. There's a couple all the way in the opposite corner, back row as me. She's sitting not even on his lap, but like cuddled up on full on his lap. Mind you, I go to a theater that does not have recliners. We are in movie theater style where all they do is rock and the thing flips down. It's already uncomfortable with one person and she is full. He's double armed around her, cuddling before it even starts. To each his own. That's fair, but it just set the tone
Yeah,
for
that's
me.
crazy.
I'm kind of the same with you. I really liked it. An hour 45, you're just in the one apartment with four people, and you don't get tired of it at all.
Yeah.
The shots, the angles they do. There's a scene in there where he's arguing about how he wants the cheese, and they kind of shoot it through a mirror where you're looking at him. I think it's Olivia Wilde's perspective, and then even right after that, they're in an argument going back and forth, and it's through the mirror, which I thought was really cool. I haven't seen a lot of shots like that. The apartment's big, but I don't know if they use the same shot more than once. It's so cool. There's another one where
Yeah.
they're both standing in the doorway of a room, and then the other couple's in two separate rooms. And just the way it's shot with a conversation, it keeps going back to them and then to these two. It was really cool. Um, I feel like you kind of hit on everything else. I think the last theater I saw, or the last movie I saw in theaters that was a comedy that I think hit even remotely close to this, was actually funny, was No Hard Feelings. I thought that was like solid and there was enough people there, but I think if this gets more buzz and more people start going to the theater, that's what I think will hit. I get worried that people are going to wait to see it at home and it won't be as funny and live up to the hype, because that's what I felt in the second viewing. That's what knocked it down to an 87 for me. Because it's just, if you're not in that right perfect situation, I worry it's not as funny. But
Yeah, I
the
could see
reviews
that.
are crazy, so maybe I'm wrong, but that's my only worry about it.
Yeah, I mean the early reviews for this are really good. I think it's sitting at like a 4.1 on Letterbox
Mm-hmm.
probably.
Yeah, I saw it was also, so it came out in January at Sundance,
Mhm.
and people were bidding on it, but it was only streaming, and Olivia Wilde wanted a theatrical release, so she waited for it to get picked up to someone who would do a theatrical release. So that's why it got delayed so long. Um, I also saw it's an adaptation of a Spanish movie called People Upstairs, which is really
I
good.
did see that. I
Yeah, I've
haven't
never even
seen the
heard.
film, but I did see that like it
Right,
was an adaptation on that.
I've never even heard of it. Um, for me, it's the best. It's not a high bar, but I think it's the best comedy I've seen since Game Night in 2018. So I don't know where that lands for you, but that would be like, I can't think of a funnier movie. I think Game Night might be funnier than this, but this is a better movie than Game Night.
I agree with that. This was just
Yes.
shot so well.
Mhm.
And for like especially like comparing the two, it's like Game Night has so many moving pieces, like
Mhm.
different scenes. Like for this being essentially one setting and the whole movie, it's really good. Like because you can get really bored of just looking at the same thing over and over again, and you
Yeah.
just don't get tired at all in that whole um, runtime. It's done
Yes.
very well. I
Especially for people, it's essentially four people. A spoiler, I guess we're getting into spoilers here,
Yeah,
but it's four people arguing most of the movie. And you'd think on the surface, an hour 45 of the same four people arguing or kind of doing the same shtick would get old, but it doesn't.
yeah. That's what I because I was talking to Seamus at the end. I was like, I heard really good things about it. I didn't want to get my hopes up, right? Because I didn't know if it was going to be my kind of comedy going
Mhm.
into it. And I left that theater last night genuinely shocked with how much I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Because
when I went Saturday,
typically,
we on the way home, we said like 3 or 4 times, like, "I can't believe how good that was." Like,
yeah,
it's not like the best comedy you'll ever see, it's not the best
no,
movie you'll ever see, but it's just very fun and refreshing for no comedies in so long.
yeah. Especially like, I think it's just a combination of like the funny moments hit, but it's also done really well. Like you said, it's like it's shot very well compared to most comedies, right? Like the comedies aren't really about the cinematic shots; it's
Right.
about the humor hitting, and I think it hits on both of those, which is why I think for the hour 40, you're sitting there in your seat, just like fully in the movie the whole time.
Yeah. And, like, not even nitpicking, but this would be why it doesn't hit that next level for me, is it's so funny, and this comedy comes at you kinda like a couple one-liners back to back to back to back, and then
Hmm.
it'll get into such a dramatic scene where there's no you're almost, like, waiting for that Seth Rogen one-liner or, like, something in between, but it's not, it's just a full dramatic scene, so I think it makes those feel like they drag a little bit, if that makes sense, and I think it actually hurts the
Yeah,
movie, even though it's still a good scene, it's just not what you want in the moment, or at least not what I wanted in the moment.
yeah, which is fair. I think it is a dicey thing to kind of like throw those like serious moments in, especially when you look at it from like you just like look up the movie, it says comedy, like all right, you go in expecting comedy, and then you get stuff like that. It
Hmm.
can like for some people throw them off, and like you're like like I didn't really enjoy that part. I think they balanced it well to where like obviously like we got done the movie, we're like wow that was really good. So like I think they balanced those really serious moments and the humor
Hmm.
fairly well. But I
Yeah.
do get what you're saying. Like it could be a negative to some people's viewing
Right.
experience.
Yeah, especially the second watch when you watch it almost 2 days later, because you know that
Yeah,
those are coming, and like they're cool scenes, but you can only see a dramatic scene in the middle of a comedy and be impressed so many times. You know?
yeah, for sure. Getting into it, it's dude, one of my favorite scenes, and it's so dumb, but it's like such a funny one-liner. It's like towards the end of the movie when they get down to so Edward Norton's character's name is Hawk. The whole movie they're calling him Hawk, calling him Hawk, calling him Hawk. And Seth Rogen's character is he's just a very honest guy, and I think that's what makes his moments hit so hard because like he just said whatever came to his mind the whole movie. At the end, there's a big argument, and Hawk's like trying to like relate to him. He's like, "You're like this whole like nice guy, honest guy." He's like, "Is your name even Hawk?" And then
Yeah.
he gets into this like whole serious thing. He's like, "How did?" He's like, "No, my name's Howard." And Seth Rogen goes on, he's like, "Oh, little Howie, we got a Howard in our midst." It's so funny. He's like, "How did you get from Howard to Hawk?" He's like, "Well, it happened after my wife passed away." And it just pans to Seth Rogen on the ground because his back's hurt, and he just goes, "Should have led with that," or like something like that. And dude, I
Yeah.
was crying laughing because it's
Yeah.
like one of those moments you're like, "Damn, that's fucked up." And then it
Hmm.
just pans to Seth Rogen, and he's like, "Should have led with that next time." And I
And
just
see,
started crying laughing.
and those are the one-liners I want in the other dramatic scenes because like it hit.
Yes.
So when you
Yes.
don't get that, it's almost like you're waiting for it. If it wasn't like that the whole movie, you're not
Mhm.
waiting for it, but you are. Um, Another thing is in my theater, especially the second watch, people were almost like, oh, so again, spoiler, but the couple comes over, Edward Norton and Penelope Cruz, to have sex with uh Rogan and Wild. That's like the whole premise.
Yes.
So like there's definitely a lot of like raunchier jokes, kind of like sexual jokes, and people felt like afraid to laugh, and I think that hurt the movie experience too because you could, because I was sitting in the back, so I kind of see everyone, and there was like two girls who looked like they were just friends, and then there's a group of guys, and then kind of just like a little mix, and I could see the guys kind of like holding their laughter in because it was like an inappropriate joke, and then the girls were very much not laughing, and it just felt like people were afraid to laugh, and it doesn't make sense because the movie that's what you're there for. So I think that hurt it, but you being able to go with friends, I think that's obviously the best way to
Well,
see it.
dude, be with no one there, like I didn't think about it until after the movie, but like with no one there, me and Seamus were just like all those like little like sexual jokes that were like corny, but like we're
Hmm.
guys, we're gonna laugh at them,
Yeah.
crying, laughing, and then like as we left the theater, I was thinking, I was like, I didn't hear a peep from this girl the whole time. So I can only imagine what she was thinking during those scenes, and she just hears me and Seamus behind her just cackling, laughing at the dumbest shit.
Yep.
I think it was like one of those things that you says like I think with more people it could be a better experience with all the laughter, but I think we enjoyed it because like we just laughed. Like no one was around us. Like we didn't hold back our laughter. Like it was good. We just had a good time and just laughed at all the funny lines. Like it was a good
Yeah,
time.
and speaking of the lines, like you said, your one liner, mine for sure was it was such like a throwaway comment too. He was talking about Norton and Cruz were talking about having sex with another couple, and Wild's like, "Oh, I picture this young, youthful, energy lady, blah blah blah." And he's like, "Oh no, she's actually older, she's mature." And Rogan in the background while they're still talking is like, "Oh, she's older. Like I wasn't expecting that. I wonder how old." And then kind of gets quiet and just goes, "Next time you're in there, you should count the rings." And
Oh
it
my
just hit.
god,
And that was one where I knew it was coming the second time. I look around and the guys are kind of just like, and the girls are just like, ah, that one hits. You gotta laugh at that one.
that was good.
And
Yeah,
also,
dude.
last thing before I feel like before we wrap up, unless you want to do talk more about it, Olivia Wilde. I mean, her acting was crazy, but she also co-wrote and directed it. Like she kind of did it all here, and that was
Yeah,
super super impressive.
yeah. She crushed this. I think this was a really big. I mean, I haven't looked at the numbers to see what it's done. I've only Like we saw about this movie for a couple weeks, and we were very confused on when it was coming out. Is it like because the release date was earlier? We're like, did we miss it? How do we miss this in theaters? So I don't really know what the numbers are looking like now after opening weekend, but I think she hit big with this one. It's like from my perspective at least, like I think it's really well done. So I'm
Mm,
interested to see how like the numbers correlate to
same.
that.
And more
Um,
like the common people, right? Because the way it's shot, the way it's advertised, I think it's more of like a not pretentious, but like awardsy movie, I think. And then when you get into it, it's very much not. So
yeah,
I'm curious how the average person's gonna like it. I think they'll still like it, especially if you watch it with friends or
I
people in general.
agree. Yeah, I think it's definitely a good time. I recommend going to see it in theaters. If you're not a
Yeah,
theater
definitely.
person, I think it's still worth a watch at home. I don't think it's going to hit the same, but
I think
if
it's
you
one that's
do
gonna
have the
get
chance,
legs. It's gonna get legs now that it's in theaters and people are gonna slowly see it as
yeah.
opposed to talk about it. The last thing, I'm not sure why you didn't mention it, so we obviously didn't see it together,
Hmm.
but you texted me when you got out and you said, loved the movie, would have given it a higher score if Penelope Cruz dumped them bad boys out.
Okay,
I'm not sure what that meant, but
I for sure did not text you that, but probably would have been 100 out of 100 if we got to that scene.
I mean the fact that I thought, what were the odds when she was getting undressed in the office?
I no
I knew nothing.
chance.
No.
I leaned over to Seamus. So here's a spoiler coming. So they so the movie starts off with Seth Rogen complaining that they're having the neighbors over. He's like they're so noisy. All they do is have sex. It's so loud we can hear it. It's insane. So fast forward, they have them over, and then eventually it just gets to this loose part. Like the tension kind of loosens, and then they bring up the noise, and they admit that they have essentially sex parties, like orgies with other couples. And it gets to the point where they're like, "Well, yeah, like we kind of were coming over to ask you guys." Um, it ends up going to where Olivia Wilde and Edward Norton's characters separate, and then Seth Rogen and Penelope Cruz they go to another room. They're gonna just test out their luck with them individually. So once they get into the room, the music starts playing. Seth Rogen's dancing. Penelope Cruz is starting to dance. Takes like her blouse off or whatever. I lean over to Seamus and I'm like, "There's no shot this happens." I was like, "Something's gonna happen to where this doesn't work out." Because the whole time it was like this, like back and forth. Like, are they gonna do it? Are they not gonna do
Right.
it? Like, and then we're sitting there. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, it's starting to build up like the tension to where like, okay, this might actually happen. I was wrong. And then out of nowhere, Seth Rogen goes to take his pants off and falls and hurts his back and starts screaming.
Mhm.
And the whole thing goes off. But I literally leaned over to Seamus, like, there's no way we're going to see, like, there's no way this happens.
Yeah.
There's no way
And
this film ends like that way to where it's like it builds up and they're like, oh, sure, let's just be swingers.
yeah. And that's what else, because it's a will they, won't they the entire time, and even
Yeah.
up until that point, you still don't know. And that's actually what so, speaking back before where it's like, I think a couple of the dramatic scenes needed a laugh, I think the only miss I think this movie had was the ending. It's already kinda slow and drags, but it ends with Rogan and Wild kinda coming together after they fight. They're probably already gonna break up. It's just kind of a one last night, kind of
Mm-hmm.
emotions are everywhere. He gets back on the piano that he hasn't played in years. She comes in, starts playing with him, and it kind of zooms out. They're both playing. They're in the office. They're zooming out of the window. It gets quiet and it cuts to credits. If they just as soon as they're playing the piano kind of zoom out and you can just hear them having sex again from upstairs and then it cuts, I think that's just one
Oh,
last.
one
I
last
wish it just would have
haha.
left us with one
Yeah.
last haha.
I do like the kind of ambiguous like ending. It's like one that scene was so well shot. I really love that shot at the end where like it's like the zoom out of them from like the office and the piano
Mhm.
like through that window. It's a cool
Yeah,
scene. Um, but I do like that it kind of just like leaves it up to interpretation. Is like because before that they're like they pretty much admit that their marriage is failing and it's over. It's like they all they do is argue. They're
and it's
not on the
obvious. This is
same
even obvious from
page.
the outside. Like this new couple who they only know from the elevator is already aware that hey, you guys
Yes.
do not like each other. It's not going to work out.
So they have that argument. and then Seth Rogen does, like you said, go back and play the piano. That was like this like secret thing. Like they mentioned it a little bit, but like you're not allowed to touch it. Like they kind of just like foreshadowed about the piano like a little
Hmm.
bit throughout some scenes. Goes back and plays it. She comes in and like joins them, and then they have this scene where she rests her head on his shoulder, and it kind of just pans out, ends. So it's like it leaves it up to like, okay, is this one, like you said, like one last thing, and then it's like over, like they share that moment, or is it like, okay, like maybe there is a little something there that they can maybe figure out. But I do like how it just kind of ended that way.
Yeah,
I do agree. A ha ha at the end would
yeah. I
have
needed
been
one more haha.
hysterical. Um, but I don't. I think it ended fairly well.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right. Well, that's it for the invite. So we both have it at an 87. I
That's
do want. I think
crazy.
I want to rewatch it again. I think another. It's one that either could get better or stay the same. I don't think it could get worse for me.
Mhm. I'm curious if it does go down a little bit because, like I said, I probably had it at a 92 when I saw it the first time, and just dropped down a couple points because, and it definitely could have been because of the theater. But I am curious if you watch it again, what it would be.
Yeah, I mean maybe because also we had two polar opposite first viewing experiences. So maybe like if I go and it's a packed theater and everyone's laughing, maybe it could go up a little bit. Maybe
Yeah,
those
sure.
scenes hit harder. I don't
Yeah.
know. I would like to revisit it though, but we both have it at an 87 out of 100. Really good movie. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's up there for one of the best of the year so far for
I think it's
what
my
I've
number
seen,
two behind Obsession for me of the
which
year.
is fair.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I
hard to
don't
beat
think,
Obsession.
yeah, I mean, Project Hail Mary's up there, Obsession. I think those are probably my top three for the
Probably, yeah.
year.
It's fair. It's
Obviously,
a solid top three.
we have some big ones coming up in the next couple weeks, and then to end the year, we have two big ones that
Yeah,
could
bangers.
move the needle for us. But that's it. It's the invite. 87 out of 100 for both of us. I love that we're on the same page on our first
That was insane because especially if we
podcast
don't do them
review.
out of we never do them out of 100 either. So
No,
that's
we don't.
crazy.
Because
Do you want it?
you're 4 out of 5 on Letterbox, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that literally could go 80 to 90
Yep.
is that
Yeah.
range. So it's very funny we both hit on 87.
Also, do you think I'm curious about this because other movies are kind of it's his call, but this is Olivia Wilde's movie. Do you think it was already written in that he was like that weed was involved, or do you think
Dude,
that they're just in a table read and he's just like, guys, it'd be so funny. I should smoke a joint in the office, and they're all just
I
like,
was thinking
okay,
that the
Seth, sure.
entire time. Does he just do this for all of his movies, or was it written in just because of the character? Because he is a music teacher. He was in a band, right? It's like the typical stereotype, the guy that smokes a little weed,
I'm sure.
but he does it in every movie. So I feel like it's got to be like just him and a
Yeah,
mix of like, all right, his character, it fits the mold as well.
that'd be
You know
good
what
to
I
go
mean?
back and look at. You think there's a Seth Rogen movie where there's not weed involved? There's got to be, right?
I'd
Let me
have to,
just
I'd assume so.
let me just pull up Seth Rogen movies real quick and just see if we can do a quick hitter and see if we think. There's got to be that we're not thinking of, but I mean, super bad.
He's the cop. They definitely smoke weed.
Yeah, I think in the cop car.
Yeah,
Pineapple Express. That's
for
essentially the
sure.
premise. Knocked up. I would think. I can't think of the scene offhand.
Me either.
So that's a maybe. Neighbors for sure. I remember the invite. Yep. 40-year-old virgin. Can't think of an exact scene, but again, I would
Me
assume
either.
right. This is the end.
For sure.
Feel like I can remember them sitting inside and
This is
smoking.
the end. Yeah. All he wants to do is smoke a joint. They hit a bong as soon as he gets off the plane. He brings him over.
Oh, this might be some 50-50. You ever seen that?
I think so.
Oh, you should see that. That's a good movie. The Fablemans and Steve Jobs. I don't remember those two. So at least majority. And he's the voice actor in Super Mario Bros. So I would assume that they're not ripping bong hits
Fair.
in Super Mario.
At least
Hmm.
90% of his films,
Yeah, which is fair.
weed
Like
is
that's
involved.
he's the weed guy, right?
He is the weed
Yeah,
guy.
fair.
All right. So you have your
Yeah,
invite question.
yeah. So I thought a good one would be what would be the worst celebrity couple to get the invite from. It doesn't have to be a real couple is just two famous people, who would be the worst?
So
Oh,
to
you go
set
first.
the premise would be essentially if you and a significant other were Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde, what would be the worst celebrities to
Two celebrities.
be Penelope Cruz and Edward Norton asking you essentially to be
Yes.
swingers
Yes. The
and have a
worst
fourth?
orgy to get invited to with two
Correct.
celebrities. Yeah. Here you go.
You go first because
No,
I'm
you
stuck.
go.
No,
You go.
this is your question. You have to go first.
I went the actress who plays Brianna Tarth and Elliot Page. I just think on multiple different levels, right? Because even one's 4'6", the other one's 7 feet tall, right? Like fundamentally tough.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Fair.
personality wise, I don't know if there'd be a ton of chemistry.
That's fair. So, this was a fun podcast. This will be the end of us for sure. Um, I'm super torn. I went kind of opposite with Guy. I went Chris Hemsworth because I feel like I would feel
I
so emasculated
we could go
around
that
him.
direction for sure.
Like I would just feel so self conscious to be like, this dude's so tall, handsome,
Yeah,
and jacked. I'm like, well,
and Australian.
I would literally feel like Seth Rogen in the movies, like when they're going around, it's like, and me, and he just kept
Me
repeating
included in us,
me.
right?
That would be
For
me if
sure.
Chris
Yeah,
Hemsworth is involved.
yeah.
And then, even though I feel like she's hilarious, I think I would be out of my league with Rebel Wilson, Fat Amy,
Okay,
essentially.
okay, yeah. I thought you were gonna go Melissa McCartney the way you set it up, but
That's honestly, yeah,
what an insane couple either of them would be,
but
though.
yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
All right, fair.
Especially, I don't know how she is in real life, but like any of her characters is very over eccentric, and I feel like I would
Mm,
just be like,
yeah, she'd make a
it's a
theatrical
lot.
thing. It's
It's a
like
lot.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
make love here, and she's out here doing a play. Fair. Okay, that's good
That went
ones.
much smoother than I thought.
Yeah,
Um, okay,
and
now
also
opposite. What? Who would you want the invite?
Justin Herbert and Madison Beer.
That's a good couple too.
Honestly, just Justin Herbert.
If you can't tell, Tyler's a Chargers fan.
What would be yours?
Ana de Armas for sure, and again with the guy, it's like maybe like a Paul Rudd.
I would
I
say you'd
feel
have
like
to do like
he'd
a
like
guys. That's a really good pick, actually.
Paul
Yeah,
Rudd would be just like super chill about it, and like I wouldn't have to be like super self conscious. He's like a guy's guy. Yeah, Paul Rudd is also the man, so it'd be like,
yeah. He would
look,
definitely hit you with the condom cheers. Like
dude, that was
from Cheers.
crazy.
That was good though.
A condom cheers was a good haha
And when he
moment.
says when they're in the office dancing and Seth Rogen, she starts to take off her clothes and he just goes, "Thank you so much for this."
Yes,
Like that would be me. It's like I'm
just
just
kept
happy to
saying
be
thank
here.
you. You're like, yeah, I'm
Yeah, I'm
just
just happy to be involved.
thanks for asking me. And then
My
you have your
last,
comedy piece, yeah.
yeah, my last thought. I kind of want to get on a soapbox here. I'm sure you've heard this. We've been talking about movies for years. I'm sure you've heard this a million times, but I believe so strongly that a true comedy movie, it died in 2016 with Neighbors 2. I think that's the last genuinely funny movie, pure comedy that they came out with and they stopped. And it's kind of like in movies where like a character dies and you're like, damn, they're dead. And they kind of have one last breath and then they actually die. That one last breath is Game Night in 2018. I think that's an exception. And it's also
Mm-hmm.
not as, it's so funny, but it's not a pure comedy. But I think you could still count it. But 2016, I think that's the last one for me. And it's a hit.
Yeah,
Neighbors 2 is such a hit for me still.
I just rewatched those last year, both of them, because we were doing our movie race on Letterboxd, so you could watch the most in a year. Um, I watched both those. Yeah, they're so good, and I agree. It's like a lot of my comedy rewatches are much older, early 2000s to early 2010s, and like they're like obviously growing up, like those were the peak of. But like looking back in general, like outside of what a couple like '90s Adam Sandler's, obviously with Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, like those are classics.
Hmm.
Like real comedy movies, yeah, kind of just a genre that's like not fading out, but just not done well. Off.
And it's our fault. When I hear these, like Seth Rogen's a lot, he's pretty vocal about it. I can't think of offhand. There's a couple like Judd Apatow. It's they don't do it because they don't make money, so studios don't do it. So it's
Yeah,
no one's fault kind of but ours. So this is the chance. Go. It's a comedy in theaters. It's really good. Go see it. Because the more
yeah,
money it makes, the more that other production companies will see that comedies are back, and it honestly could be like because you had that '90s, and that's kind of a peak there, like with Farley and all them and Sandler,
yes,
and then it kind of dips down, not as far as it did the last 10 years, but then it picked back up with the Superbads and the early 2000s, and then went back down for a while until maybe we're back up here, but I
I
hope
hope so.
there's
And
nothing
like you
better
said,
than
like
a
I'll
full theater full of laughs in a comedy. There's
yeah,
nothing
like
better.
I'll hand up too. Like I'm not, I was never a big like comedy in theater person. Also, at the peak of those comedies, like I wouldn't have been
Right.
able to go to see any of them on my own anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not really on me for not being able to go see those.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's your
it
parents'
is
fault.
like yeah, for 100%. It's all on them. Um, I agree. It's like we have to, as movie watchers, be better and like if there's actors in it that you want to see, go to the movies and see it.
Go to the movies.
Because this
Tuesdays. Go to any local theater near you. Tuesdays are 50% off. $10 for see a
Tuesdays and
movie.
Wednesdays at AMC.
Oh, not Regal
Yeah,
and Classy. We like to keep the riff-raff the Tuesdays.
unfortunately, AMC welcomes them right in the middle of the week. Um, but yeah, dude, Tuesdays if that's the issue, movies are too pricey. Tuesdays, Wednesdays half off. All you have to do is download an app, pretty much, and just you have an account. Bam, Tuesdays, Wednesdays half off. Go see movies.
Go see movies. That's what two PSAs actually. Go see movies, and two, don't be an asshole in the movies. Because I totally
Correct.
forgot about
Yeah.
this.
Go
There
ahead.
was two guys who very much like I said about the dramatic parts in the movies and how it gets dull. Two guys, 3 rows in front of me, just pulled their phone out and was like bored in a movie, and it was like he was on Snapchat. He was on Twitter looking at the Livy Dunn bartending video or pictures. That's it. Like he was swiping, zooming in, going to the next, and then went to his Snapchat. It's like, dude, you're in a movie theater. Like you can't. You're not in your living room.
Yeah, that is another thing. Movie theater etiquette is terrible
Yeah,
nowadays.
be an adult, be a human. There's other people in there.
Be respect. They literally have a message before every movie, and everyone ignores it because they're
Yeah,
on their goddamn phone and they don't listen.
yeah. If you can't be on your phone for 2 hours, then don't go to the theater. I lied. Or go Tuesdays because I don't go Tuesdays, so that's fine.
That's honestly fair. I'm gonna not go on Tuesdays and Wednesdays anymore. Um. All right. Yeah. So that's the invite. That's comedies, and that's just our little bit. Next piece we have is we lost a legend, Sam Neill. Rest in peace. He's known for playing Dr. Alan Grant in Jurassic Park, and he was also in Peaky Blinders as Detective Campbell. I think he was a detective.
Oh, I did kind of forget that. Yeah,
Um, but yes, he was a big piece in the first season or two. I think it was 1 or 2 seasons. Um, absolute legend. Obviously, Tyler, you are a massive Jurassic Park fan, so those
yeah. It's sad. I have a couple movie tattoos, and this is the second character to die on my leg. So
as
dropping my flies.
Jesus, this guy, you're bad luck.
No, it's great. I mean, Jurassic Park's like. I mean, we'll get into the list, but I essentially grew up with him. I burned that VHS out at my house watching him, and that scene where they're going to the electric fence and he grabs it and pretends to be electric. I mean, that's one of the ones I'll always remember. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
think
mean,
didn't he beat blood cancer and then not was fine, but beat it and then passed away later.
I think so. I'd have to
That's a
fact
shame.
check that. Yeah, it's terrible.
Shame.
Woke up
All
to
time
that.
movie hat, right? If you're making a list, that's probably should have been our list. All time movie hats. It's like
Honestly, yeah, you're probably
Indiana
right.
Jones and him.
That's a good. Damn, we should have done that one. That is a good one. But yes, obviously, terrible news to start this week with um, absolute legend. and Jurassic Park is an all-time film. Got to be up there for most people, especially a little bit older than us and like our eras. Like those were peak.
Yeah, depending on when you ask, it's typically on my top three movies all time.
Yeah,
The first one that got
which
me
is
into movies.
fair. That being said, we prepared a little ranking. So, do you want to go from worst to best?
Yeah,
I think
and we'll
our
go like,
number ones are definitely the same, but
yeah, we'll go bang, 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 bang.
yeah. So what we have?
Okay, and these are
How many?
favorite, not best, right? We're doing favorite.
Set. There's 7 movies. Yeah. So I did it off my because I haven't watched them in a little bit. I went off of what I reviewed on Letterboxd, and then somewhere around the same. So I just put them in an order that I remember enjoying a little bit more.
Yeah, so we're going.
So
I'm not saying some of these movies are better than the others. They're just my
correct.
enjoyment. All right. You want to start off with seven?
So 7, I think I'd be shocked if we're not the same. It's going to be the most recent installment is Jurassic World reboot.
Yeah, so I actually started my list at six. I don't acknowledge that movie as part of the Jurassic World, so I only did a list of six.
So we're on the we're on the same page with that one. I mean,
Yeah,
they
if they
just
were to
talk
make a
about
seven,
missing the mark. That one missed the mark.
this is the last couple. The uh Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, they're definitely not great, but they still had me support. People would say like, "Oh, like these movies aren't good anymore. You can't be so excited for them." I was like, "No, they're still good. There's
Yeah.
every time they come out when they announce one, it's like it's the same thing. No, it's a hit. It's still exciting." This was the first one that came out. I had to text my buddy. He's been telling me for years. Shout out Adam, that they're not good anymore. And this was the one I said, "All right, I'm ready to admit it. I'm wrong. They missed. They should probably change gears here."
Yeah, I mean, it's also like with the cast, obviously the cast in Rebirth, they switched it up completely, but you have what is it, Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt. It's like it's two good key actors and actresses in those roles. It's like you wanted to give them hope in the later movies. Um, but that being said, following Rebirth is the worst of the franchise. I have Jurassic World Dominion in my sixth.
Wow. Okay, I have Fallen Kingdom.
I
I
have
just think
that in 5. So
okay, so Fallen Kingdom for me, it's one of those things I just can't. They just changed the dinosaurs so much that it got away. Like I think that really like the one raptor was the Endoraptor was like opening doors and was like sentient,
yeah,
and that was where it was like this is ridiculous to me. So that's what got it for me. It also is that the one. That's the one where like as they're going off the island, like dinosaurs are dying on the coast as the volcano is coming, right? The
I
island's like
believe so.
blowing up.
Yes,
The most like insanely sad scene of any of these movies,
yes,
like that scene itself, up until that point, when they get off the island, it dives for me. Up until that, it's a solid movie. The second they get off the island, it's insane.
yeah.
Okay,
So
that's
those
for
ones again, I probably will do a rewatch of all of them again, just because
hmm
they're all. It's a classic franchise, and I'm a big sucker for a rewatch of movies.
And they still look good, right? The dinosaurs always look good. The
Yes,
action always looks
that's
good.
not
It's never
the
like
way
a
they look has never been an issue. Even with the Jurassic Parks being shot when they were, like they still look so good.
hmm
Um, so yeah, so at 5 I have Fallen Kingdom,
okay.
which like the latter two, well technically 3 of the Jurassic World installments have just like in comparison to the first one has just like really missed the mark for
hmm
me, like in comparison to the first one. And then like the classics are so good. So at 5 I have Fallen Kingdom.
Okay, I have Lost World at five. I
Okay.
think honestly, I think it would be dropped down to last place if Vince Vaughn wasn't in it. Like he just kind of saves it for me. I'm just such a Vince Vaughn guy that I think it's funny that he's in it. It's not a bad movie, but just doesn't really hit the same. I think I watched Jurassic Park so much as a kid that I skipped over two and went right to three. So I don't have that nostalgia hit like the other ones do. I think that's the main issue.
Okay. Yeah, I have Jurassic Park. I have The Lost World in 4.
Okay, and then I have Dominion at four.
Okay. See, I think when I was going through my letterbox and looking at these, I definitely want to rewatch because I feel like I definitely enjoyed Dominion better than Fallen Kingdom, but when I reviewed it, it was lower. or they might have both been like
That
around the
happens to me
same.
sometimes too. Yeah,
So I think a rewatch would definitely do this list more justice. So you have Dominion at 4. I have Lost World. So at 3, I have Jurassic Park 3.
that's what I have too.
Okay, and I'm
That's
assuming our
it.
top 3 are the same. Then
That gets shit on a ton though. I don't know
it
why.
does.
That's the DVD too. It had like a metallic silver case with the
Mm-hmm.
slashes on it. It was such a cool VHS too. I vividly remember it. Yeah, that one's awesome. The whole water scene, the spine coming up through the river with the cage goes in.
Yeah.
It's got the funny parts, the crazy parts where they're taking off and the T-Rex takes him off the airway. And the
Mm-hmm.
ringtone, I still every time I hear that ringtone anytime similar to it, it just shoots me back to that movie.
And then obviously, I think we're gonna be the same here. Jurassic World at 2, Jurassic
Yeah.
Park at 1.
That was just so exciting after not having those movies for so long,
So long.
and the opening too, where like you get that big foot that comes down in the snow, and you're like, oh, here we go, it's dinosaurs, it's moving around, it
Yeah.
zooms out, it's a bird, and you're like, oh, okay, and like the park, the new age park is so fun. They added like the new tech, and it actually hit. Like it wasn't like okay, that's dumb. Of course they're gonna
Yeah.
escape every time, like that's the premise of the movies, but what are you gonna do? And it looked great. Like that was the first. Obviously, the dinosaurs look great the first three, but this is the first time they got to do it newer, and they just still look amazing.
Yeah, I think, and plus, I'm a sucker. I'm a big Chris Pratt guy. So that, and then Blue with is phenomenal. His
Hmm.
relationship with Blue is awesome.
Yeah, the scene with the dirt bikes through the woods, like all those are
Yeah,
people are running through the park.
it was really well done. And then obviously with one Jurassic Park, it's a classic. It's you're a little kid, you love dinosaurs, and like, you finally get to watch that, and it's so good.
T Rex and Velociraptors are just like one and two when you're a kid. The favorite things.
Yeah,
The fact that you can just see them there the whole time.
it's awesome.
Yeah, and like you said before, the dinosaurs look so good in that still.
I know.
So
Like even
people,
watching it now, however many years later, like it holds.
yeah, and like so I didn't get to experience it as I mean obviously neither of us did, but I've read articles that people like came out of it and they're like, I think Spielberg got dinosaurs. Like I think
Yeah.
they figured it out. That's how good it was back then. It's still great now.
Yeah, I would love, obviously, like I would love a re-release in theaters just to experience it on the big screen.
Yeah, I've done that twice and it's like because it's my favorite movie and it was so cool.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that to pop up, and I'm booking tickets immediately.
Yeah.
Especially because, like you said, like we were young at the point where like we missed those opportunities. So like seeing it on the big screen now with like especially a better appreciation for movies, it would hit so different.
Hmm.
And that being said, talking about dinosaurs, have you seen anything about the end of Oak Street coming out in August?
Yeah, I'm excited. Definitely,
Dude.
probably gonna be cheesy, but dinosaurs look
Yeah,
good.
I'm a
Cool
sucker.
concept.
I'm a sucker
Yeah,
for dinosaurs.
I'll tell
Still
you
am
what's
here at 27 years old. Like, give me
yeah
dinosaurs.
cool. If you give me a cool CGI dinosaur, I'm there.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I feel like we talked about this a while ago, but my buddy and I have a friend who also has the Regal Pass, so we go to most movies together.
Hmm.
And it was the same thing. There's a movie called Primitive War. And I remember we talked about this when I saw it, but it was like, what if dinosaurs were discovered again, but new age. So it was like new tech, like army guys going to an island and discover dinosaurs, blah, blah, blah. We get there, and it might be one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. But the dinosaurs looked phenomenal. I don't know how. I think they just spent all their budget on dinosaurs and got like people off the street for acting because it was terrible. But it still hits. I don't care. I'll go.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't expect much, but if I see dinosaurs, like, all right, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. Do you have a
Still.
date on that in front of you? When does that come out?
Uh,
And who's two popular people are in that, right? For the two main
yeah,
leads?
I mean, Ewan McGregor and Anne Hathaway. I mean, can't really miss with that. August 14th is the release
Okay.
date for that.
It's not
So,
super far.
no. But I do keep, as much as I try to avoid trailers, that's been a trailer in almost every movie I've gone to see this year. So I
Oh,
just
really?
get,
I haven't seen
yeah,
a trailer for it. I saw the
really?
teaser when it first came
Yeah.
out, and that's it.
It's been a trailer, I think, every time I sit down in the seat, except for the invite. So that was a nice refresher to not see it again. Um, but yeah, that I'm looking forward to. Like I said, just give me dinosaurs. Um, yeah, so that concludes our Jurassic franchise rankings. We're not too far off. I mean, top three. What are we? Just four, five, and six. We had interchangeable, and then
Yeah.
obviously Rebirth is really put a
Yeah, I think those
stamp on the
last
name.
three, those 4 through 6 are kind of interchangeable anyway. Except for I
Yeah.
really don't like Fallen Kingdom. Other than that, I think 4 and 5 are interchangeable.
Um, Rest in peace, Sam Neill, absolute legend. Gave us so much entertainment throughout his career, and I will be doing a Jurassic Park rewatch in his honor for sure. Going into next, what have we been watching? So, what is TV shows, movies? What have you been watching recently?
Um, what else? Oh, I watched. He's never seen Goodfellas, which he's a big movie guy. Which hold on, to his fair, he's a big movie guy. But there's always big ones that like you still miss out on, right? Like even I
Yeah.
feel like I watch more movies than anyone I know, and there's still big ones that I've never seen. So that was just one that he's been waiting to check off the list, and that's a 5 out of 5 for me. It's like probably like a 98. He loved it too. He said it lived up to the hype.
So I just recently watched. Was it Sunday? I watched Lee Cronin's The Mummy, which came out earlier this year, and we talked about it a bit. Um, it got not great reviews, and I can kind of see why. I'm a sucker for horror movies, so I always give them a chance. I'm a big sucker for those shitty slasher movies too, like just corny lines, terrible deaths. Like I love them. This one, I've genuinely never been like creeped out, but also so bored watching a movie. Like it just didn't make any sense to me. Anything with little kids too is just creepy as hell, especially in a horror.
Mm.
Um, so like I was creeped out, but just like the story itself just didn't really do it for me. Um, and then another horror I watched on Sunday was They Will Kill You, which also came out earlier this year. Which again, it's just a slasher, just gory scene. It's a fun watch, good action scenes. Story wasn't really there, but not a terrible watch. And then I just recently rewatched Ted Lasso in preparation for the new season coming up in August. What a fucking great show!
Yeah, talk about it all the time.
It's just, dude, because I texted you too watching the finale, which we
Yeah,
thought was the series finale. Like, dude, it
yeah.
hits. It hits. It's funny. It's sad. It's such a good
It's
show.
every emotion. I would genuinely. I'm still waiting to see. There's only two type of people out there. It's people who have seen Ted Lasso and love it, and the people who haven't seen Ted Lasso yet. So
Correct.
I like not even in a asshole way, but like I want to meet someone who doesn't like Ted Lasso just to know why. Like I would,
Yeah.
because I don't think it's possible to. You have to at least enjoy it if
Yeah.
you don't
It's
love it.
so good. Even if you don't like soccer, obviously it's based all around soccer. You don't even have to like soccer
I'm not a
to
soccer guy at all.
no. It's so good.
It could
So
be
I'm
anything.
excited.
Like it doesn't have to be soccer. That's why it works. Like it's not like it
Yes.
revolves around soccer, even though football is life.
Football is life.
Did you
Danny
see he just made
Rojas.
his
Yeah.
first appearance? That was
Yeah, it's
cool.
crazy. I saw it on Twitter. It was like, oh, Danny Rojas making his first appearance. Like, this no way. I was like,
Yeah,
this is so sick.
crazy.
Yeah, and then what I'm excited to finally watch, I'm waiting for it all to come out, is X Men '97. I know we talked about this last week. You're not a big animated guy, but I love it. Season one was so good. I'm very excited for season two. I'm just waiting for it all to come out, and I'll just binge it in a weekend because I have nothing else to do.
Yeah,
Um,
I've heard great things.
yeah, it's good. I mean, I get it if you're not an animated person, like it's probably not your cup of tea. I just think the voice acting's so well done. It looks great, and like it feels like I was a little kid, like watching comic like
Yeah,
cartoons growing up.
that would
Like,
be the only reason I would watch it is for that reason. It looks like the
yeah,
exact kind of
yes,
animation.
it's
My
so
boss, my
good.
boss watched it. I think he really likes it.
Yeah, so I'm pumped for that when that finally comes. I think it ends first or second week in August, so I'll probably just rip through it. Speaking of, we can get into our pre-ratings. Uh, we're gonna pre-rate two big hits, the movies, arguably the two movies of the summer, if not two of the movies of the year, essentially. Outside of we have two big names coming at the end, but
Probably
we
two.
have
Yeah, it's probably biggest this summer than top 5 of the year. Yeah.
yeah, we have Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, which comes out this Friday, and then Spider-Man: Brand New Day, which comes out July 30th. Um, so the way we're gonna do our pre-rate, because we're not gonna get into specific numbers, we're gonna do a ranged pre-rate. So like 0 to 10, which neither of these are gonna get that, but like 10 to 20, 20, 30, so on and so forth. I think these are pretty much. I think we're gonna be on the same page with these. Maybe Spider-Man, we might differ because I'm more. I didn't want to do it, but I'm so excited for this goddamn movie, and
No,
I've been dodging spoilers left and right. I
yeah.
cannot wait to get like a ground level Spider-Man, especially following No Way Home that came out. What? How many years has it been since that?
I don't know.
21. So it's been 5 years since we got a Spider-Man film, and we've had such a lull, I guess you could say, with
Oh,
Marvel.
sure, for sure.
Like, just not great. I mean, last year with Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four really got me back on track. I think I'm higher on those two than you are.
Yeah,
But I'll start since we're talking Marvel. I'll go with Spider-Man. It's probably going to be like a 90 to 100 range for me. It's going to be somewhere in the 90s. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if it is in that range for me,
yeah.
but with how
But if I,
excited I am off rip, I'm just going to go 90 to 100. Yeah. I mean, as you can tell behind me, like obviously I'm a Marvel guy. It's all set behind me. Yeah, I'm just pumped up. You get there's going to be so many characters and just like a whole new feel to it, especially following the last movies. And this is like the movie I'm hoping that sets Marvel back on track to like where they were with Infinity War and Endgame. And then we have the Odyssey. I mean, Christopher Nolan, he does wonders with the cat. He's just such a great
yeah,
director. Again, it's probably going to be, would be shocked if it's not 90 to 100.
yeah, you do double 90 to 100s. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm in the same as Spidey. I think it's 80 to 90. I just
really. I really
the only
thought you'd be higher.
I was really going back and forth. I just genuinely think the only thing I worry about is the cast is so big that I'm worried that every scene it's gonna be like, oh, that's this A-list actor. Oh, this is that. It's kind of gonna take me out of the movie a little bit, and that's what I'm worried about. Not that it's gonna be a 60, but I think that's gonna be recognizable for me. Because it's
That's
just no other movie does that really.
yeah,
So I think I worry about that. Which
that's a
one,
fair point.
if you had to pick one that would be higher, like if you could lock in a 95 at either, which one would you lock in? What if you have to lock one in at 95, but the other one's a 60? Which one?
60.
Yeah. You can only get one banger and the other one blows expectations.
Just I mean, this is gonna sound criminal because of what's behind me, but
I knew you were gonna do it.
it's probably gonna be
Oh,
Odyssey
wow. Okay.
at a 95 and Spider-Man at a 60. Because I could see them like there's so much anticipation for me for Spider-Man, and they've done terrible films in Marvel. Like there's been movies that I've been so excited for that have just completely missed the mark.
Yeah.
I could see that being more of a miss than Christopher Nolan missing on a 2 hour and 50 minute movie
Yeah.
about the Odyssey.
Also, and on the same note, the people that are like, did you see I don't know if we already talked about this, but it's like the most disliked trailer in YouTube history.
Which one?
Odyssey.
Really?
Yeah, because it's all the people that it's not historically accurate. Like the trailer
Well,
came out, they're on a boat and they're like, that wood's too dark. That wood can only be found across the ocean this way, and they don't have access to those trees, so they could never make that boat. It's like, dude, it's a myth, right? It's already fake. Like, Christopher
it's
Nolan's making a movie. It's not a documentary.
yeah.
It's
I
just
mean,
it's just weird to me. I don't know if I've ever
that
seen a
shit
movie.
pisses me off.
Jurassic Park's about a movie with their dinosaurs get brought back. The
My thing,
movies.
that's my thing with people is like who take movies so literal. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, if it's based on a
It's a
true story,
movie.
I
It's
get that. But
entertainment.
like, it's based off a myth, which is already a story, which is already fake. What are we?
Correct.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. I could just see if I had to choose, you put a gun to my head, and that was my ultimatum. I guess it would be Odyssey. Probably would be better than Spider Man, just because like you said, it's already written, like it's a myth, like there's a story to be told already.
Hmm.
So like him missing on something that's already been told is less likely than Marvel adapting a comic into a movie. Like I feel like there's a higher chance they could miss than
For sure.
Christopher Nolan. But that being said, I'm super excited for both of them. Um, I would be shocked if they fall lower than an 80. I have
Oh
high
yeah,
hopes
no,
for both of them. I
I'd be
doubt they'll be
shocked.
that
Yeah,
low. But only time will tell. I mean, you're gonna go see it this weekend.
I'm
I
seeing
think I'm gonna,
Thursday. Yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna go try to see Odyssey on Friday, and I'm pumped to say the least. Obviously,
I'm pumped
90 to
too.
100
It's gonna be a good 2 week span of movies.
for sure. All right, so we've probably about like a little over an hour now. We're moving through this pretty good. We can end. So what we're gonna try to do most episodes, not a
Well, you want to do
guarantee.
that? You want to do the framed?
Yeah. Do you have anything else?
Oh no, sorry, good. I have nothing besides frame.
Okay. Yeah. So I think every episode we're gonna try to play like a little game. We're gonna mix it up, what we do and how we do it. But we want to have a little fun, little competition at the end of each episode, and mainly it's for little short form content that we can throw out there as well. So this week we have framed. So we went in. We already texted each other, but we sent it with invisible ink, so you can't see it. We picked a random frame that we think the other person has watched, and we're gonna see who can get it in the least amount of frame.
And if you send someone a movie they haven't seen, you automatically lose. So you gotta try to find a movie that's already difficult with the framed, and then they've definitely seen. You want to go
Uh,
first?
sure, I can go first. Hold on. And then obviously, as you're watching, I will edit in the frames so everyone else can play along.
Also, shout out framed. I play this every day
Yes,
with my two
shout
friends.
out
It's
frame.
so much fun.
All right, so I'm going in frame one.
And each frame is gonna be more difficult. It's starting off vague and then goes a little more easy as they go.
Mm, okay, we got military, obviously, so it's some sort of war movie, recent. Third one, we got them on the beach training.
Oh, you already went? No, you got to give a guess each one.
Oh, you want me to give a guess on each one? So we're
Yeah, you
playing
got
it.
to.
Ah,
Yeah, so yeah, you that's just like frame. You got to either guess it or you don't get it.
well, what you can skip. You can skip to the next frame and framed.
No, you're not skipping. You're passing your turn. So like you can either get it at one, two, three, or four, five, six. So that's how you win. Is you get it sooner than later.
No, I know. I'm saying like if I don't have a guess, you can skip the turn and go to the next frame.
Right, but then you. Oh, so you're already on three. So you
Yeah,
passed the first two.
yeah.
Okay.
Fuck,
I think you should
is
have to throw out a
this?
guess no matter what.
All right.
I
Well,
think that could be fun.
it is. These are like very vague frames.
You know what's crazy? Adam got this in one. Shout out.
Insane. Is
I think I got it in five, so or four or five. So it wasn't great for me either. They are big.
did you do them in order or did you pick them
Hmm.
and switch them up for me?
I'm pretty sure I did it in order.
I switched yours up a bit.
I might have switched two. I might have switched like two and
Did
three.
you only send me four, so I didn't even get five and six.
Well, if you don't get it by four, the four is just the movie.
I don't want to go to four yet. I want to try to get in three
Yeah,
because I
that's
think
why I think you should
your
throw out a guess
three
each one to at least have a chance.
is it American Sniper?
It is American Sniper.
Is it? What's
Look at
frame
the
one?
last frame.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's good. Yeah, dude. Two. If you did two as one, I could have been so lost.
That's what I was. I think that's the one I switched. I think
Adam
that
getting
was
it
the
on
two.
one though is
It's
impressive.
crazy. Let me see what you got.
Can you see this?
Yeah. Ooh. Good one. No. There we go. Can you still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we start playing games. They go nuts. Wow, I like him too. I don't know what. For some reason, the only movie I can think of right now that he's in is Hunger Games. No, I don't know. It's Skip.
That I stumped you already?
Yeah. The fact that I usually like to at least throw out a guess. It's not Crazy Rich Asians, is it?
It's not.
The
To
enjoyment you
tie
had of
on
something
this
is
one,
not
dude,
gonna be
I'm
worth
so
it.
excited.
Yeah, this is not gonna be worth it.
Dude, it's worth it. What are we on, 3?
Yeah. Oh, is it the one where the kid goes in the psych ward? No, skip it. I don't want to play anymore.
You're gonna be so upset. Do I do 4 to give it to you, or do I do the one that I had before it?
Yeah, no, if you get yes, if you can try to get me a 6.
You're gonna get it on 5 for sure if you don't get it here.
Well, yeah, well, don't set it up. Don't set me up for failure. I might not have seen this.
You 1,000% have seen this.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, the frames are so good.
This is
All
a
right.
good. I mean, the fact that you're on 458 and we're on like 3,000 right now is crazy.
I scrolled. Every
Yeah,
random one I picked was like, I haven't even seen this movie, so I can't show you. All right.
yeah, that's how framed is. There'll be like a week of just bad, like really good in a row. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm pissed. I don't remember that. To be fair, I stand by. I don't remember that risk scene at all. I remember the other two now, because the one he set it up, and the other one, those two are playing the paper football. Damn it!
Dude,
Wow, and the wedding scene. That's such a throwaway scene too.
dude, when you brought up game night when we were talking about the invite, I was like, I'm so fucked for frames. I was like,
That's
he's gonna
so
nail
funny.
this. I was like, what are the odds that you brought up that game, that movie?
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
dude,
Good play. That's a good one. Those are
I
good
was
frames
so
too.
pissed. They were sick. I was like, this
They're
is
really good
unbelievable.
frames.
Yeah, I think I definitely took them out of order. I think
That was a good order.
the detective might have been like 3 in the actual frame.
It's so funny because even the risk is like, I was like, they don't play. I would like to go back and see where they play risk. I don't remember that scene. Everything else I at least remember. The risk I don't remember.
Yeah, because I saw him. It was like FBI, and he's Commissioner Gordon. I was like, like I'm just gonna throw him in first to see if maybe I can throw you off. Uh, yeah,
It's funny
dude.
because if they
Once,
would have shown the scene of him in the living room, I would have got it. The fact that it
yeah,
looked like he was in the police office still. I was like,
as soon as you said game night earlier,
yeah, what are
I
the
was like,
odds?
he's gonna get it. Um, all right. I think I think that was a pretty good one. We
That was a
uh
good first one.
we covered the invite, like we said. 87 out of 100. Definitely go see it. Bring back comedies in theaters. Go out, see it. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, half off. Please get to the theaters. Watch some movies.
Don't be an asshole in the theater.
Yes, also theater etiquette. Please be respectful to everyone else around.
Just keep your phones off.
Um, yeah, I think we covered a good bit. We're excited. We got the Odyssey this weekend, so that'll probably be next week's talking point for sure.
I can't imagine it's gonna be flood. Everyone who watches movies is gonna be talking about that. So
For sure, it'll be a
might
good
as well
one
throw
for
it out there.
us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get this episode up as quick as possible once we get through the editing and see what we have with our technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But
None of this is
that's
even recorded. It's just us
dude, that
talking.
would be so bad. But yeah, that's pretty much how every episode is gonna go. We're probably gonna have a couple movie talking points to start with, give our reactions and our ratings, and then we'll go through with probably some sort of rankings, what we watch, and maybe a game or two. We'll keep mixing it up, keep you guys entertained. Uh, but yeah, that was Two Tickets Podcast, episode 1. We will see you guys next week.